former Red Sox player Ray Herbert, Hiroshi Yoshida. In basketball, not much, but we do have Charlie Scott, a player who was very good. Rodney Harrison's birthday today, though not much else really at all as I go down this list. They don't seem to give us good birthdays. One day we will get like a really famous player, I guarantee it. But after we've done the birthdays, Blake, give us your shout-outs for the week.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout-out to everybody who liked our Facebook page to get 104 followers. Great job, everybody. Keep on liking our page. It does not end at 100. Our new goal is 150, everybody. So keep up the streak and try to get us to that monument. That would be great and a great accomplishment for both me and Noah on that standpoint. But another shout-out, got to give a shout-out to my whole family and everybody I love and care about. Thank you, guys. And just now for my sports shout-outs, got a shout-out to the Red Sox. Trying to re-sign David Ortiz, great decision by them. If they do so, give him an extension because he was the reason they won the World Series. He's the player that got this whole team back after that terrible Boston bombing accident. Now we're going to go, and I'm just going to give a shout-out to Jameis Winston. Congratulations on winning the Heisman, and good luck in that BCS title game versus Auburn. You're going to need it. A very good team coached by Gus Malzahn. And then the last shout-out to USC hiring Steve Sarkisian. We didn't get to talk about that on this episode, but a very, very impressive hiring. And I think this is the kind of coach who can turn this team around. And it was a little disappointing Chris Peterson signed with Washington, considering that USC had been trying to get him. I think he's a better coach than Steve Sarkisian, but a little weird and disappointed that he went to Washington rather than USC, but still pretty satisfied with Sarkisian as coach. And those are my shout-outs for this week. Noah, what have you got for me?
So let's get it started with my family. Just got to say a shout-out to my dad, my mom, everybody. Actually, really quickly, just right before the shout-out, Pittsburgh's beating Cincinnati 21-0. But back to the other stuff. Shout-out to the Packers. We got the win. Again, we're doing it without Rodgers now. And Rodgers is coming back next week. I feel like we're in a great position despite what a tough year we've had. Even though I'm not a big Jamal Charles fan, shout out to Jamal Charles. What a phenomenal week. The greatest fantasy week I have ever seen. Shout out to my fantasy team. And just for everybody out there, me and Blake's fantasy teams are going to be going head-to-head for the next 2 weeks in the NS Sports Championship. So that will be exciting. Shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes. I know we lost. I know it was tough, but it was a heck of a season. Great year. I'm really proud of us getting to a BCS bowl game. Great year from Braxton Miller. Great year from Carlos Hyde. And shout out to the White Sox actually making a deal that I kind of like. So it was a pretty good deal. And those are my shout outs for this week. So with that, Blake, this has been a phenomenal show. We look forward to seeing you next week. And from snowy Chicago and, of course, from sunny California, this has been the Blake and Noah LA to Chicago episode 17.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night, everybody out there.
I'm away down. I'm away down. One on one that was trying to keep me way down. And like the sun, no, you know I found my way back round.
They tell me I should fix my grill cause I got money now. I ain't gonna sit around in front like I ain't thought about it. A perfect smile is more appealing, but it's funny how this crooked, look at how far I done got without it. I keep my twisted grill just to show the kids.